I'm Deb from Deb Web Art. And what I want to look at today is how do you deal with loss of confidence? I think it happens to us all, really, periodically, or some of us more than others. It's it doesn't seem to discriminate. So for me, I tend to see it for what it is, that I am questioning my abilities, or maybe I feel like I'm an imposter and I'm not good enough, or anything like that. And you lose confidence due to that. It might be that someone has criticized you at work, or maybe you feel like they're criticizing you. Maybe they're not really, but you know how we get overactive. So when this happens, a really lovely exercise is to just allow yourself to just create. As you're creating, you repeat certain words. You know, words have got such power. They have the power to tear us down, but they also have the power to build us up. So let's latch onto that, the power to build us up. And just for a moment, pause and think of the words that would make you feel better. So I'm going to write down some words so I remember what words they are, because when you get lost in the drawing, you might forget the words. So I'm going to write down things like I am worthy, I love who I am, I approve of myself, I am good at talking to people, I am good at, whatever it is that you're good at, choose your thing, right? I can't think right now because the camera's on me, but choose your thing, write it down, and then have those words next to you when you create. So I'll show you. And as you create, you repeat these words over and over, basically telling yourself you're actually good. You're really good at what you do. You're loved. You matter. These words need to come through you. You need to approve of yourself. And by doing that, by doing this simple exercise, you're starting yourself on that road, that pattern. We need to say good things to ourselves because we are our champions. So let's have a little play and repeat the words that you've written down on your paper as you create. Let's see, hopefully we feel better. Right, so I just grabbed a scrap piece of paper that I had and just wrote down the words, which I'll let you know later. And this is just to jog my memory. And the paper that I'm using here is just the paper from the journal, which is a 300 GSM watercolor paper. Didn't need that today. And literally just take a line for a walk. Just put it around the page, go wherever you like. This is not an exercise in making beautiful art. This is just for fun, okay? And so once you've done your little lines, then you just take a black pen and you just go into the spaces, and that creates a little pattern work, okay? So it's a very simple, straightforward exercise in just creating. Now I obviously have this speeded up slightly, so just remember to take your time. Do it really slowly and intentionally, and that helps you to create a more peaceful atmosphere with what you're doing. You can get frantic when rubbing out if you really want to. I was just rubbing out the lines that were in between, and then grab yourself any kind of pen. And this can just be done with a regular ballpoint pen. It doesn't have to be done with anything special. And then just create patterns. Now, I did do different patterns in each of the little areas. You don't have to. You can literally do the exact same pattern in every single one, because repetition is also a really good way of linking your brain to the words that you're saying. So while you're doing this, you're saying things like, I am worthy. I give myself permission to have fun. Whatever you're doing, you are linking it to the words and the actions that you are taking with your pen. And what this does is it just causes a bit of a link between, to create an association. Well, this is what I think. This is not, I mean, I might have done psychology when I was studying, but, I'm not a psychologist. But what I believe is that when you are talking and you are using your pen and you are drawing and you're making these associations, it is my belief that when you do it again, you will have some sort of remembrance of the words that you said to yourself. So, in order to really make an impact on yourself, doing these kinds of exercises does help because you're going to make that association. So, next time I start to do some patterns, the words I am worthy, I give myself permission to have fun will be popping into my head, hopefully. And that alone reminds me that yes, I am worthy. And yes, I can have fun. And that to me is a really important thing. Okay. Now, I did go all overboard with the patterns, but it seems to be my thing, I seem to not really be able to just do something in a really simple way, but that's okay. I'm embracing that. But it just means that when you do it, you need to just do it your way. Really, I can give you the idea. You need to take it from there and just run with it. Just do it your way. You might want to just do a whole lot of boxes all over the paper. Go for that. Do that. You might want to do circles everywhere. Do that because you need to do you. I'm just giving you the idea, and then you can just take it from there and keep saying the words because those words are the things that you need to hear. So often we just don't praise ourselves enough. So I think that that's what brought this about. I was just thinking how we berate ourselves, we get angry with ourselves, and we are so quick to judge ourselves. And so that's what made me think, we need to be kinder to ourselves and we need to learn to love ourselves. And this is a really difficult concept for a lot of people. And that's why I put in the words also, I approve of myself. Because if you can't feel like you can say, I love you, then maybe you need to be able to say, I approve of you. Because that's a way of accepting who you are and what you're doing in this life. So throughout your day, I challenge you to become very aware of what you are saying to yourself in your head, because so often we disregard that. Just become aware of what you are speaking to yourself in the tone of voice and how you treat yourself. And when you feel yourself berating who you are and what you're doing, just stop and maybe say, I forgive you, I approve of you. How did you go? I know for myself, the words I wrote down were, I am worthy, I love who I am, I give myself permission to have fun, I approve of myself, I am good at art, I deserve good things, I matter. And so while I was doing that exercise, I must admit sometimes my brain switches off to the point where I can't actually think. So in that regard, sometimes it's a good thing, but it also is not always easy to remember words. But I did, and when I said certain words, because I was busy doing something else and creating, it kind of gave me that lift. So I don't know, I don't know if it'll work for you, but certainly for me, when I say nice things to myself and I'm doing something that I'm enjoying, it's like it all just pairs together. And so, maybe, who knows, when you next pick up a pen to do some little patterns or something, you know how when you repeat something, it then becomes like an association. And it just makes me wonder if next time you pick up a pen and make a pattern, you start getting that association of I matter, I approve of myself, I am worthy. That would be great. That would be something worth celebrating, I think. So always know that you do matter and that we all have good days and bad days. And we need to speak nicely to ourselves. To me, that's the most important thing. Speak in a friendly, kind way to yourself, as if you were your own best friend, because that's really what you are. Okay, well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll see you again soon. Take care, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for that. Bye for now.